Aha. All right, got it. If I call the wrong person, give the wrong person the money. All right, all right. One play draws. Did you get a ticket? Or are you getting a ticket? Well, now is the time to do so. It's ringing. It's a good sign. Engine. You will never see religious stuff on the most search engines in the internet. We are all deceiving ourselves. Ernest, really? Are we? But is that indicative of what we really are into? Is that indicative of the level of development? Well, let's find out from you this morning.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. IJ says, well, I think these internet habits is a very clear reflection of what the people are interested in. If you see the charts, like you mentioned, people are always searching online for something. So Google is definitely correct, Jude. YouTube and Facebook, everybody's on social media these days. But my only problem is we don't seem to see the content that they are actually consuming. I know for a fact that most Nigerian females are on Instagram either selling hair or buying shoes or buying perfume. You see? Fashion items. So I agree with this comment. Those things are indicative of what a group of people are interested in, IJ says. All right, but once again, let me let you know that these searches, these traffic reports vary, right? It's not just static, it varies. Like I said, for example, in July, it showed that JAM was pretty much in the top 5 of this year, and it was very clear. A lot of people were going online to verify their results. People were going to check if the system was working. So you would expect a huge traffic to go towards the jam portal. It's not unusual. But across the board, at different months and different years, certain things remain. 92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
You what?
Good morning, please. Good morning. Hello?
Hello, I want to talk about the Ballon d'Or.
Oh, the Ballon d'Or. Oh, the Ballon d'Or. Conversation about Ballon d'Or is in the evening when Ekpo comes into the studio. It's still early. In the evening, on extra time.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Yes, Ousmane Dembele with the win there. It was predicted when he was younger, when he moved to Barcelona back in 2017, but didn't quite live up to the hype. Injuries, a lot of injuries, most definitely was the reason for his underperformance, as well as, I heard he used to like to play games late into the night. But anyway, all that is done. All that is dusted. Well, Jude, good morning. Please, let's be fair. Many of these sites that are being visited are visited by people who have certain things that they want to do. For example, most people will go and search for the name or the spelling of something from Google and other things. We can't really tell what exactly that they do. But I don't agree that those internet habits is a reflection of people. The America you mentioned, it's not the same country where people are always shooting each other, where you have people always going to schools and shooting each other. Yet, they are not on the list for people who search for guns. I don't have that information, bro. If you look at Similar Web, right, where they have the websites and their frequency, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, Reddit, Yahoo, Bing, Instagram, and X, right? Before ChatGPT, Wikipedia, LinkedIn, and all the other things. There is no indication, right, that from this top 10, that America is a country where people shoot people a lot. There isn't any indication, but it is. If I'm not mistaken, America has the largest concentration of firearms per square meter or in terms of density than any other country on this planet. In fact, there are more guns in America than there are people in America. Don't believe me? Check it out. Check. Aha! Here's an idea. Check Google. Yeah, check Google. Now, the first caller we spoke to, Muriel, mentioned her concern about the frequency at which people are visiting adult sites, and it's not exactly the truth that it's very high in Nigeria. It really isn't. It really isn't. But before I start to break down all the stats I have in front of me, right? Let me share this one with you this morning. Now, in front of me, we have top sites worldwide, I beg your pardon, the adult industry, right? Now, cumulatively, you have about 3.6 billion for the top adult site. That's mobile. That's people who are on their phones, they're checking. 3.6 billion. It's crazy. Direct, and this is direct. The people have the app on their phone. 3.6 billion. Now, of that number, right, the countries that tend to visit adult sites include China, the US, Indonesia, Philippines, India, Brazil. Interestingly, we don't hear Nigeria. I'm not saying Nigeria is on the list, though. Don't get me wrong. But hey, look at countries with very high visits: China, US, Indonesia, India, Brazil, Philippines. But these countries, you could say, look at Indonesia, look at the US, look at India. Talk of tech, India is making a big headway. They even have a space program. Nigeria has a space program, but I don't think it's as advanced as the Indians have now. Does it? I don't think it is, right? So the fact that you have a lot of people, pushing traffic towards those sites, does that mean that the Chinese are overly obsessed with adult content, or Americans are overtly obsessed with adult content? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. This is a very funny comment. Jude, who's Google? Google is American. Do you think they'd publish things that would tarnish their image? No, of course. They can't publish negative news about them. Hence, America cannot come up on a firearms frequently visited list. but the data is there when we talk about mass shooting. Once you just check mass shooting, America comes up by clear mile. 90.3, good morning.
Hello, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Yes, Atletico is my name.
Welcome, Atletico. Hey.
Thank you, sir. The statistics you just read now, I'm thinking it's favoring those Asian nations because of their population.
Population.
Yes. Of course, you can't have a country, amounting billions, and compared to our own 200 million, you will see that the math will likely tilt the graph, against them as regards what we are discussing now. What it means is, for 1 billion to 200, for every 1 to 5, you see the math there. So I won't really use that to now say, okay, because they are also doing it even more and they are still better.
But we could also compare the percentage of the individual densities.
The percentage we should work with. It should be the percentage, not the number.
So let me ask you, Asetikoe. Now, all of these figures are reeled out from the different months. Once again, the internet traffic varies from month to month. In the month, you have some people visit Twitter more, or X more, or Instagram more. But whenever we have this data, right, whenever you look at this data, like I have about 8 pages in front of me. Do you think it's a clear representation of what the people are thinking of, what the people are in terms of their development status? For example, America has a very high traffic when it comes to X, Reddit. Reddit is a platform where people come and discuss politics and everything on it. But America also has a very high patronage of adult material. But would you say Americans are more obsessed with adult material than politics, or vice versa?
Most of those materials we're trying to discuss here, like the adult materials, most people use it as recreation. Recreation?
Aha.
Yes. They use it as recreation. So if it is recreation, what it means is, if you are, if you have the time of which the Nigerian market, it is possible that since we are not engaged,
okay.
Of course. So when you are not engaged, and this kind of luxury is accessible, it's not the type that you need to break the bank to actually access. And that's why we have this all-fan page of a thing becoming a big deal here. Because you are just looking for where to catch funds. How many luxury centers can we afford here? If you want to go to some of the recreation centers here, you spend thousands.
Have a point.
If you want to employ this other means, with 3K in your account, and just buy data, you log into somebody's OnlyFans page, and you are catching those funds. So that's why it's as if we here, we are more pronounced when it comes to that. And it's actually affecting us because we are not productive.
We're not productive. So thank you very much. That's a very interesting take on these data supplied. All right, you have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you as always for joining us. All right, so it doesn't tell the whole picture, as Atil Koe says. But, as always, I'd like to remind you, please do stay safe, particularly when you're online. It's not everything you share. And let's be a bit more constructive. Let's make money constructively online. My name is Jude. Thank you as always for joining us. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Eyewitness Report. I look forward to it. It's also our Woman Crush Wednesday. And I told you, every conversation is building up to tomorrow, Wednesday. You do not want to miss our final conversation for tomorrow. It is going to be dramatic at best. Stay tuned.